ain't just anything in the house. Don't you associate yourself, boy, with just anything. Don't you lie down with no dogs. I don't know the story. Might get some fleas on it. So his brother came from a good family. So you can make an argument and say that was the thrust. That was the essence of Martin Luther King Jr. Then I said, no. Make another argument. Brother graduated from high school at 15 years old. And he wasn't at the bottom of the class. This brother knew about Aristotle. He knew about Plato. He knew about Socrates. He understood the Pythagorean theorem. He was somebody intellectually. Brother matriculated to Morehouse College and earned a BA degree in sociology and philosophy and religion. This brother had a head on his shoulder. I might use the words of my great-grandmother, this Negro had a knowledge box. He had something in it. He went from Morehouse to Crowther Theological Seminary in West Chesterfield, Pennsylvania. Now, mind you, this black boy from Atlanta, Georgia. He went to all-black Morehouse College, but he had enough knowledge in his head that he could go to Crowther, which was a predominantly white theological seminary. He went from there and got a little something. He finished his graduate work and he got the degree in divinity and he said, I gotta do something else for myself. And he went on to Boston University. Got a PhD in systematic theology. So I said, well, his education was important. So maybe since he had a prepared head, maybe it was because he had something in his knowledge box that empowered him to shape the foundation of the world. But though important these things were, I submit to you that they were not the root cause of his effectiveness. I continued to ponder. Then I began to review some of his writings. I channeled MLK. I called him up. I looked around. I picked up some books. I got on the internet. I went to Malvern and got into some of my books at my grandmother's house. I got into my old dusty library. And I said, Martin, what was it that influenced you? Martin, what was it that told you to move forward? And in everything that I read in regards to him that he wrote, there was one central thing. God. God. It was evident to me that Martin knew about Moses. Yes, he did. He knew that it was God that empowered Moses to go down there and to tell Pharaoh to let my people go. It was evident that he believed what he read. He knew about Joshua and how Joshua went down to Jericho and went around the wall like God told him. And the walls came down. Y'all might not shout this morning. All right. But I'm going to tell it like it is. It was obvious to me that this brother knew about Shadrach, Meshach, and about faith. He said, faith is taking that first step. Even when you don't see the staircase. I said, boy, you got it going on. You had that. You see, Martin understood what Matthew talked about when he said that faith is substance. And if you stand on substance, substance will empower you. If you stand on substance, substance will strengthen you. If you stand on substance, substance will carry you places. You see, Martin knew that if he believed in God, he was believing in something. Moses knew that if he believed and trusted in God, all he had to do was allow God to work that situation out. I come to let you know this morning that if you stand on substance, I don't care how much hell you have in your life. I don't care how dark the midnight is. You can't see your hand in front of your face. You feel that you're in a ditch and somebody put a top on top of it. If you stand for substance, God will allow you to see beyond your condition. That no good devil, he wants you to get caught up. But Martin said, even though we can't sit at the front of the bus, I serve a God that is able. You see, my beloved brothers and sisters, so many times we get so caught up in the circumstance. We get so caught up in the situation that we can't see beyond the situation that we're in right now. But faith says, I don't know how God's going to do it, but God is going to bring me out. See, this little man read over there where it says if you've got just a little bit of faith, just a little bit of faith, you can move a mountain. He said, well, I'm a little man. About 5'6", 5'7", maybe 5'8" on a good day. If I stack my shoes up. But see, Martin understood that there was something on the inside of him. He had a little faith on the inside of him that told him that he could stand against the atrocities of the world. He had a little something on the inside of him. And what he had on the inside of him, Mama King didn't give it. What he had on the inside of him, Morehouse College didn't give it. But he read it in the Word of God that told him that he could stand in front of a mountain called Jim Crow and call on his God, and that mountain would be moved. So that little brother from Atlanta, Georgia, stood in front of the mountain. That's why he said, we ain't gonna ride the bus. We gonna hold this thing out. Because we got enough faith on the inside. But then, the thing that I really want to put out here, he exercised his faith. You see, I know a brother. Went to school with a brother, and he was a little skinny thing. Didn't look like he could pick his pencil apart. But as life went on, and he went his way, and I went my way, and other classmates went their way. I saw him a few years later, and I didn't recognize him. Because physically, he didn't look the same way he looked when I saw him last. The brother had been in the weight room, and he had been exercising. He had been lifting weights, and all of a sudden, that little skinny fella had some big broad shoulders. All of a sudden, that little skinny fella that the women and the girls wouldn't give a chance in high school had shirt. That little skinny fella who it looked like couldn't pick up a pencil. All of a sudden his body had been shaped and formed and fashioned because he had been exercising. He had been lifting weights. He had been working out. And Martin read in the Bible that it said if you exercise your faith, that faith, if you work your faith, God can move through you. If you work your faith on the inside, God will strengthen you on the inside. And what's on the inside is going to come out. I stopped by here to tell you this morning, if you want to remember King, exercise your faith. Get up off your butt and do something for God. If you